The future of two rising stars in the Golden State Warriors is hanging in the balance. Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, two lottery picks from 2021, have yet to secure contract extensions as their rookie deals approach expiration. With the clock ticking down to the October 23 deadline, questions are mounting. Will the Warriors make a move to lock them in for the long haul? Or are we seeing the beginning of the end for these promising talents in the Bay? Let's dive into what Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. had to say and what this could mean for the team's future. During a press conference earlier this week, Dunleavy shared some insights about the ongoing negotiations surrounding Kuminga and Moody. Though he refrained from giving specifics, his tone hinted at optimism. "We're working on it with their representation right now," he stated, adding, "We've got a few weeks left." Good, positive talks without getting into too many details. But what stands out most is his assurance that, regardless of whether deals are reached before the deadline, the Warriors are committed to keeping these two young wings around for the long term. Still, this situation begs the question, if no extension is made, what message does that send to Kuminga and Moody? Before we dig deeper into the possibilities, make sure to subscribe to Golden State Hoops and hit that like button. You won't want to miss any updates as we track these contract negotiations and all things Warriors. Your support helps us bring more in-depth coverage of every twist and turn in the Dubs' journey to another championship. Now, while it might seem straightforward that the Warriors should want to extend both players, the situation is far more complex. Kuminga, the 7th overall pick in the 2021 draft, is entering a crucial phase of his career. His potential is sky-high, but his limited playing time has been a source of frustration. Despite showing flashes of brilliance, especially late last season when he became a reliable second option behind Steph Curry, it's unclear whether he would settle for anything less than a max contract at this point. And the Warriors? Well, they might not be ready to commit that kind of money just yet. Moody's situation, on the other hand, is equally complicated, though for different reasons. The versatile wing player has struggled to find consistent minutes, often buried in the depth chart behind veterans like DeAnthony Melton, Buddy Hield, and Andrew Wiggins. Despite being better suited for the 2 or 3 spots, Moody has had to fight for every opportunity on the court. Kerr's historical preference for experienced players doesn't exactly play in his favor, and barring a trade or injury, it's hard to see Moody breaking through for significant minutes this season. This brings up an uncomfortable reality for both players. If the Warriors don't offer extensions by the October deadline, they will enter the offseason as restricted free agents. While that doesn't mean they'll be leaving the Bay Area right away, it opens the door for other teams to swoop in with offers the Warriors might not be willing, or able, to match. That's the risk of playing the waiting game, and it's a gamble that could either pay off or backfire for the Dubs. So, what's the play here? For Kuminga, the focus is on maximizing his value. He's shown enough in flashes to believe he could become a cornerstone for the Warriors' future, but does he see himself as part of the team long-term? Without a significant increase in playing time or a contract offer that matches his perceived worth, Kuminga could easily start exploring other options. The Warriors would undoubtedly want to avoid losing him, but at what cost? This is the kind of decision that could shape the next few years of the franchise. As for Moody, the question is whether he can break out of the logjam at his position. His ceiling may not be as high as Kuminga's, but he offers solid two-way play and the kind of versatility that championship teams value. If Kerr decides to stick with his veteran-heavy rotation, Moody might have to rely on a trade or a major shift in the lineup to see more court time. And in that case, extending him now might not make sense for the Warriors. Looking ahead, the Warriors' front office faces a tough balancing act. On the one hand, they need to keep their young talent happy and invested in the team's long-term goals. On the other hand, they have to manage the financial realities of a roster already filled with big contracts. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green aren't getting any younger, and the Warriors need to think about the future beyond their big three. Whether Kuminga and Moody are part of that future remains to be seen. So, what do you think? Should the Warriors lock in Kuminga and Moody now, or should they wait and see how the season unfolds? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all the latest updates from Golden State Hoops. We'll keep you posted on every move the Warriors make as they gear up for another championship run. Stay tuned.